Thanks to the support as a channel member, Dave Edmondson. New season, new goalkeeper, new striker. I've got everything I've been asking for years. Surely this is the year we make it to Ligue 1. Hello, welcome to part 36 of the Tour de France. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have our first two games of the new season. We're away against Nancy and at home against Guignamp, and I realise I pronounced both of those incorrectly, almost certainly. And if you missed yesterday's transfer special, you should go back and watch it. Significant things happened. Whoa, hold the phone. Potential Vaquero money. That's not very much potential Vaquero money. Is he not doing well? Can we bring Vaquero back? I haven't even tried because I just no, we can't. Well, that is interesting. Might want to keep an eye on him because when that came up for Stephen Boyd, we got like 2 million, 1.5 million. Now, obviously, Vaquero did sell for a lot more money to begin with, but still, that implies if it's 30% of profit and they're offering us that, quick maths indicates they're expecting him to go for like 1.6 million, 1.5 million, which seems really, really low. Interesting. We're not going to sell that clause just yet because we don't need the money. We are doing all right. If anything, we can't spend the money we've got. We're struggling to bring in even more players. As you can see, there are a few in. So you should probably, like I say, if you haven't seen the window from yesterday, go and check it out because there's lots of new faces here. New face number 1 in goal. We have Yvan Diouf in goal for us. Vita is another new boy at left back alongside Deleste. And then Matsima is another new signing alongside Van der Merch. Gomez and new boy Lopi in midfield. And then a front four of Lemina and Barcola with 2-2 deep behind our potential, hopeful new superstar, Stefan Stevenart. Double Steve up front. And we are looking for all of the goals from Double Steve, whose surname I'm probably not going to be able to say. And he'll probably just be, he'll be renamed Double Steve in no time. This is a big fat Dennis situation all over again, if ever I saw one. Right, we need to get the league table on there. Oh, look, Deleste's already got a yellow card. That's so unlike him to have disciplinary problems in a football match. And it's a free kick right on the edge of the area. Yikes, that has hit the crossbar. And I thought we were going to get an early test for our new goalkeeper, which nobody wants. We just want him to be eased in nice and easily, nice and gently, because I really want to get promoted this year. I've got a taste for it now. I can sense it's coming. I just hope it's this year. 2-2 dropping deep there to play the ball into the path of Double Steve, who gives it back to 2-2. 2-2 is in, and Barcola is there. And Barcola, of course, did score a big pile of goals for us in the second half of last season whilst playing as a centre forward. With the arrival of Double Steve, he's going to get less opportunity playing up front and likely to be more in his natural habitat out on either flank, playing on the right wing today because Nguema wasn't fully fit to start the season. And he has picked things up exactly where he left them off last year, full of goals. It's 1-0 to Tour. Lovely old stuff, although there is an immediate counter-attack here that we need to be alert to. And Duff's made a save. He did it with his foot. I wonder if he knows he can use his hands. He might have been watching so much of Mandrea in preparation that he doesn't realise you can use your hands. Mandrea didn't use his feet either. He just used to let the ball go past him. He is still at the club, by the way. We've just banished him to the reserves, who have been promoted to the National 2 and are now going to have the indignity of having to have him in goal and probably lead to them getting relegated back down again as they hit all the good B teams. But it was a save. A save is a save, and I'm delighted to see a save happening from a Tour goalkeeper. We have to go back to Goda, early Goda as well, for those kind of things to happen on a more regular basis. Right, I have given up. We're trying to say this guy's name, so we're just going to make things easier on all of us going forward. He is just Double Steve from now on because we can cope with that. We know who we mean when we say Double Steve. None of you lot are going to be able to spell Stefanar in the comments section. It's too fancy for all of us. Unless you're French, and obviously I'm not French. That's why I can't say any of the French words. Do I look French to you? Exactly. Jeff's just made another save. What a time to be alive. This is wonderful stuff. and then he lumps it forward looking for Tutu, who turns his man beautifully, and Tutu is in and grabs the second of the game. It's Gabriel Tutu starting as he means to go on. This division's top scorer from last year has his first goal of the new campaign. Nancy are newly promoted. They were down in the 3rd tier last year. We did nick a couple of their players as well. Is Jerf the goalkeeper we nicked from them? I know we did steal their goalkeeper. Yeah, he is their goalkeeper from last year. We stole a couple of other players. I think the left back, Vita, I think he was stolen from them as well. No, he's from Clermont. We certainly stole at least one more player from them. So we did raid their promotion team a little bit, because why not? What are they going to do, eh? They should have offered these players a little bit more money. It's not like I was paying transfer fees. They were all released on free transfers, right? Let's get Gotan on that side. Osiwa can come on that side. I think he's a left footer. Yeah, so he can be over here as an inverted winger, and then Gotan can do his usual playing as a winger thing over on that side. We've got a lot of very tired legs. Double Steve is going to come off. Who on earth is Morgan Guilavogui? Oh, he's the right winger who came in the summer. And then we've got the striker who came in, Bridge and Dilu. We're going to try him, actually. Bring him on for Double Steve, who is tiring. Paolo can come on in central midfield. And then I guess Cisse can come on for Vita. Nice and easy. 5 changes with 20 minutes to go. We call that the Chapman system. I'm a club icon here at Tor now. And I wouldn't have made it to that status without making 5 substitutions on the 70-minute mark. I am really looking forward to FM23 and 5 substitutions being the standard, because I'll just do it. I'm just going to do 5 in one go in almost every match because I can, and I love it. It's so much fun and really helps with the whole squad depth thing as well. Right. Jerf has conceded his first goal for the club. I mean, I sigh because I'm so used to Mandrea just not making saves. I don't actually think he's done anything wrong here. So we're not all going to turn on him straight away, right? Comment section. We're not going to all turn on him straight away. He was beaten relatively easily at his near post, though. So let's hope we don't see too much more of that. Gotan to Bridge up front. Bridge and Dilu. Trying to play it back to Lope. He doesn't find him, but Tutu is there, and he plays it back to Paolo, who I'm looking for a bit of a breakout year from Paolo this season. We've turned down some quite big offers for him this summer, so he needs to justify the fact that we've turned down all that money by being any good at football. I'm kind of thinking Paolo and Fori are our long-term central midfield partnership. Cross comes in looking for Bosiwa, the new winger, at the near post. I don't know why we've got our right winger stood at the near post, because it's Nguema usually. That's why. I know exactly why, because Nguema is a big boy who is quite useful at that near post. That makes sense now. Van der Merch trying to play it back into Tutu, but can't find him. It's a really misplaced pass, actually, but luckily their ball forward was even worse. And Matsima looking to lump it over to Tutu, nods it down to Ndilu, and it's a debut goal for Bridge Ndilu. And that has got to be I mean, for a backup striker for us, it's been a long time since we've had one that scored any goals. So to grab one on his debut, maybe we've got a goal scorer there as well, almost by accident, because I basically wrote him off in the transfer video because he was one of those that I brought in January when he was showing as being out of contract. And then by the time he arrived, I didn't really want him anymore. But if he's going to score goals, then he's my best friend. And Bridge is a great name, so he does have that going for him. I'm more likely to use him because A, I can say it, and B, it's just a fun name. You don't come across a lot of Bridge in Football Manager, I've found. Right, 3 goals on the first day of the season. That will do nicely, even if it is against newly promoted opposition. Let's go do it again. And we're just going to win all the football matches. Let's go up automatically. We don't want to do the playoffs. Playoffs are for cowards. We want to do it the heroes route through going up automatically. Folks, just want to take a moment to thank today's episode sponsor, NordVPN. Now, I'm sure we've all had those instances where you run up against region-locked content on the internet, whether it's a little 10-second video on social media, a football match kicking off at 3 o'clock in the UK, or your favourite TV show that for some reason is showing on American Netflix before UK Netflix. Well, NordVPN is the solution to all of those problems, because with just one click, you can change your location to anywhere in the world. As you can see, here I am, currently sat comfortably using NordVPN in England, because even at home I benefit from their anti-malware software, have all my data protected, and hide from my internet service provider so they can't throttle me for downloading too much stuff. But let's say I want to watch one of those fabled 3 p.m. Saturday kickoffs in the UK that we're not allowed to watch. It's as simple as just moving my location to somewhere where you are able to watch those things. For example, New York in the United States of America. One click, we're now connected via New York. And when I log in using my club's online service that shows the matches to the rest of the world, look at me, I can watch them now. What a wonderful thing. This also means those countries where you can't buy Football Manager, Brazil, you can just move your location to somewhere where you can, and all of a sudden you can buy the game. What a wonderful thing. And not only is NordVPN awesome, but I've also got you a discount. If you sign up using my link below, you get a huge discount off a 2-year plan, plus an extra month for free. And that anti-malware feature for free as well. That's quite handy if you're a sensible grown-up and not just looking to watch football or play games. So what are you waiting for, folks? Head down to the description below, use my code, get yourself a discount, and fill your boots with all this content you've now suddenly got access to that you never had before. Back to the video. Right, a little bit of a tweak to get Nguema back in the team. Now he is fully fit, so he takes over as playmaker. And we've pushed Barcola up front because he scored in the last game. Can't really drop him double Steve, dropping down to the bench. He will get his time, don't you worry. Renault coming back in alongside Gomez in midfield because he seems to suit that role a little bit better than Loppy does. For now, I mean, we are still very much trying to work out what the best team is. We obviously played pretty well in that last game, but I mean, for the future of the club and in terms of player development and selling players on at a profit and all the kind of stuff the board want me to do, the best team always has to include Nguema because he is probably our most saleable asset. Still only 18 years old with a full season under his belt last year, only going to get better. We need to have a system that plays to his strengths, and this one does. So we have to fit everyone else around him, even if it means we don't necessarily play in the system that's most likely to win every match, if that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe this will work fine. It worked pretty well last year when we were supposed to get relegated and we nearly got promoted. Nguema out to Van der Merch. Van der Merch getting into a crossing position, cuts it back to Gomez, back to Van der Merch again, who might have been offside, but the linesman doesn't seem to have called it, so we'll just leave it. We're not going to insist on them calling that as an offside. It drops to Barcola, and he just can't stop scoring. We don't need double Steve. We've got Barcola, and he's just, like I say, picking up where he left off last year. He is full of goals. We've done a full Thierry Henry with him. We've signed him as a winger. We've turned him into a striker. And look at him. I mean, he's been here. This is his 3rd season at the club. We should have just been playing him up front all along. We'd be in Ligue 1 by now. And to be fair, if we were, he'd be playing for someone else because he probably wouldn't be good enough to make the step up. So it's for the best, Bradley. We took our time figuring out what your best role is because now you're a little bit older. And when we do go up, hopefully you'll have more of a chance of sticking in the team. He probably still won't, but don't tell him. Let's have the goals that get us there. Vita now on the left-hand side, looking for the cross. He's got loads of time and space to pick out his man. And in the end, he just hits it really hard. And Van der Merch is going to have a go from the other side now. I think he's probably going to cut it back, actually, because he's got Gomez in a perfect crossing position, looking for Lemina, but he can't direct his header goalwards. There's a lot of attention on Lemina in this match, especially with double Steve sat on the bench for today, because Lemina, and he's another one this is his 3rd year at the club. He's yet to really find his role that should work for him, despite the fact that, according to star ratings, he's one of the best players here. He's having to live up to the void left by Vukovic departing on that left-hand side last year, and also probably needs to be aware that I've wanted to play 2-2 out wide on that left for about 5 seasons. So there's every chance if Lemina doesn't start picking up the goals and the assists and just the performances soon, we move 2-2 or even Barcola out onto the left wing just to get Double Steve back into the team. We might even do it as a substitution in this match because Lemina does appear to be tiring. But first, we will play this highlight. Renault dropping a little bit deeper to collect it from Vita, and this time he hits a much better cross, but Nguema can't win his header. It comes to Gomes, and now Renault, Vita, back to Gomes again, and now all the way back with Deleste, who gives it back to Gomes. Lots of ball time for Ryan Gomes in this match so far. Van der Merch looking across again, whips it into Barcola, and it's his second of the match, his third of the season already. Bradley Barcola is a striker, and if you see me playing him out wide, I need you to remind me that this man is our striker, and we don't need Double Steve because we've got Double B, Bradley Barcola, and he's in again. It's a proper goal scorer's finish as well, just a tap in from across, easy as you like. And now we've got everybody tired again. So, and Nguema can come off. He wasn't fully fit going into this. And after all that, I'm going to put Barcola back out on the wing, and we're just going to do that because that seemed to work in the last game. And then we make him the playmaker. And what else are we going to do? We're going to take off probably the entire front four here, actually. And Dilu can come on as well. Is he okay playing as a deeper forward? He is. So we'll play him in there. Gotan needs to be a winger. We can probably take off Barcola as well here. Shall we do that and put him out there on that wing? He's not really a winger, but I'm sure he can do a half decent job out there. And then, I mean, Gomes is tired as well. We don't have anyone else we can push up there unless we put Vita on the left wing, Gotan on the right. In fact, this is what we're going to do. We're going to have him as an inverted winger out there. He can be the winger on that side, and then we can bring Cisse on in there. That seems to work for me. 5 changes. None of them include David Carter. That's how far down the pecking order he's fallen. Renault with the effort that forces an excellent save out of the Guignamp goalkeeper, and now we have got a corner. The substitutions have all gone through, and the corner was aimed in at. I'm not even sure who that was aimed in at, and Gotan picks the ball up. It's a rare outing for Gotan on the right wing. Doesn't often play out on this side. He's another one who's been here a long time now. Not really been a regular starter for several seasons, but is still our club captain because he's an inspirational chap. He's one of our own. He never really had a potential ability rating higher than about 3.5, 4 stars. But through circumstance, had to play a lot of games when he was 16, 17 years old. Because of that, we like to keep him around. That is poor from Jeff in goal. That's hopefully he just has the odd moment here and there where he forgets he's a goalkeeper. We saw it in the last match. We've seen it again there. But as long as we're winning the matches, I guess it's not that much of a big deal. We have got to remember we still weren't able to bring in a good enough goalkeeper. This is a goalkeeper who was good in the division below last year. To remind you all, Mandrea was good in the division below. This isn't ideal. This isn't ideal at all. It's almost as if making 5 changes sometimes isn't the best plan. 5 changes when you're completely controlling a match, and then you put your left back on the left wing. That didn't really work, did it? Blame the goalkeeper. Don't blame me. Blame the goalkeeper. It's the easiest way. We've still got a month of transfer window left. Who knows? We might be able to find a really good one to loan yet. That is probably where I'm going to be focusing my time for the rest of today. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.